Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC Mura here, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about walk speed and why it's a very big deal in Street Fighter 5. This is a question that I have gotten over on my Discord by Drankido. I thought it was a fantastic question because walk speed is obviously very important. We usually discuss that having good walk speed is very good for a character, but not often do we discuss why that is the case. And obviously there are different type of walk speeds. There is forward walk and there is back walk, and some characters have really good forward walks and bad walk and all that. And what are the differences between them? What is the use of a forward walk and a back walk? But generally, let's start first by addressing why is walk speed important in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, in a fighting game, you wanna space yourself so that you can attack the opponent while maintaining safety. Let's say here that we have a Cody versus Ken scenario, right? And let's say that Ken is gonna do a standing heavy kick. Is he off range? He's gonna whiff, right? So as a Cody, you might wanna whiff punish him, but for you to do that, you have to space yourself, right? If I'm at the round star distance, I am way off range and I can't really do it. If I'm a little bit too close, I can't walk out of his range and force the whiff punish, right? So having a mobility option is important. You wanna be able to space yourself to get that whiff punish. Now obviously there are multiple ways of movement. There are dashing, there is jumping, you can move by specials, right, like say medium kick ruffian or a tatsu or whatever. Back dashes are also there, so you can move by various ways. And some characters have forward moving attacks, like say Cody's forward heavy kick, right? Luke is a character who specializes at this because all of his punch normals, at least the non-command one, will move him forward. Now, walk speed or walking in general is very important because it is the only option where you don't have to commit. It is the only option that doesn't have recovery and doesn't have risk. When you dash at an opponent, or when you dash either forward or backward, there are recovery frames. If I'm dashing as in holding up, take a look at how long it takes for Cody to actually jump. And because you are vulnerable during dashes, it is usually not the best option to use as your primary movement option. Like let's say for example that Ken here is gonna dash, right? So Ken is gonna do a dash, and if I'm just throwing out a normal, I'm gonna hit Ken out of his forward dash, right? And obviously up close, a lot of players are able to react to dashes and they will punish you with combos. So it can fall for buffers, it can fall for just checking them out with jabs. And even then, if you're dashing, you can be vulnerable to jumps. Like if you're dashing while the opponent is jumping, you can actually get hit by the jumping, or at least be forced to block. So while dashes are very good in Street Fighter 5, they do carry some risk, and obviously if the character doesn't have a DP, if you actually dash a lot, you are very much vulnerable to getting jumped in on. This is a very big deal actually, and you have to be aware of this. Now, one of the other very popular movement options is simply just jumping, right? And obviously this with jumps you are vulnerable to getting anti-aired. So this does carry some risks as well. So it's not the best movement option. What is usually the best is just walking, because you can just walk and block, walk and block. You don't have to take any risks. You can react to what's coming and block. It's not usually the fastest option for the character to cross the screen, but it is usually the safest. Now let's talk about why forward walk is good and why back walk is good. So let's now check out why forward walk is pretty important. Let's say you are fighting against a character like Ryu and he is fireball zoning you. Obviously the safest option is to walk forward and block the fireballs. But if your walk speed is really slow like Nash, you're not really getting anywhere with this movement speed, right? It's very hard to approach Ryu like this. More often than not, you will maybe try to block and then dash here, which is unsafe, or maybe try out alternative movement options like a moonsault or your V-skill. Just forward walking and blocking isn't cutting it, and this means that you are gonna have to take some risks. Now, on the other hand, a character with a faster walk speed like ChunLi will fare a lot better at walking and then blocking the fireballs. She actually will be able to walk Ryu down and get to block his fireballs and maybe even punish him in certain situations like this, where Nash were nowhere near close at being able to close the distance. This is actually a very big deal, but it doesn't just stop there. Walkspeed can be very good in pressure as well, because let's say for example that you did a jab from this distance, right? With a character with a slower Walkspeed, you'd usually force it to dash and then throw, while a character like ChunLi can simply just micro walk into the throw, which is actually a very important thing. Now, stuff like walking and just hitting a button to catch delay tick is actually a lot better with characters with fast walk speeds as well. So why you see characters like Cammy doing a lot of standing medium, walk up, standing medium, walk up, standing medium, walk up, standing medium, and that type of deal. Now, for a character like ChunLi, this also enables her to bully the opponent with her pokes, because usually pokes have you wanna hit the opponent at a range where they're trying to walk back and harass them with pokes. So her faster walk speed allow her to do all of that. Now, despite all of this, back walk speed for ChunLi isn't one of the best. So why is back walk important? Now, a good back walk doesn't only mean that it's good for you to be able to position yourself, but you will also have a really easy time at getting out of your opponent attack ranges, which actually have a really big ramifications in Street Fighter V, because it means that you will be able to whiff punish them better. You will be able to trick them into thinking they're in range, then you get out of it and whiff punish. This is a big deal. Now, it's also very good for shimmies. Characters who are really good at shimmying and have a powerful throw game usually have a good back walk speed. But not only that, it's also a very powerful tool on defense, because there are a lot of examples for tech throws where the opponent will try to shake you with a light and then throw you. A character with a fast back walk speed will be able to get out of it, while a character with a slower back walk speed will actually get thrown. And obviously this is a very important element in Street Fighter V, because throws can be pretty powerful. And that is pretty much it for today's video. Obviously characters have different forward and back walk speeds. Some characters, for example like ChunLi, have her forward walk being a lot better than her back walk, and that's why she's really good at harassing and closing the distance, while others, for example like Sakura, have a much better back walk speed than average, which makes her really good at whiff punishing, and at defense it's because it's very hard to pin her down. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter and Twitch pages in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.